Hi, it's Caitlin and I'm here with my November Polish Pickup swatch video for the Nostalgic Toys theme. This month the Polish Pickup is opening on November 1st. It will close on the 4th. I will include all of the details down below about the specific times when the shop opens and closes. You probably know the drill by now, but everything you're about to see is exclusive to the Polish Pickup for November, so if you like it, grab it. You might not be able to get it again. And it's just from a whole bunch of different makers. I have a small sampling of what's available, but I'm really excited to show you what I've got, so let's get into it.
Let's start alphabetically. We have Bluebird Lacquer. This one's called How About Them Apples, and it's inspired by Applejack from the original My Little Pony collection. This one is a bright red jelly base with a red to orange to gold shifting multi-chrome shimmer. I was truly wowed with this one from the first brush stroke. The formula is absolutely beautiful. It's very fluid, super shifty as you're going to see, and it has a beautiful sparkle in the shimmer pigment. This is probably going to cover for most people in 2 coats. You might need 3, but it's truly beautiful in 2. And of course, I encourage you to use top coat because it does dry shiny. However, top coat will make it even more beautiful and lustrous. Here we have by Dany Vianna, Feed Me, and Daniela took inspiration from one of her childhood toys, the Tamagotchi. So this is adorable. It is a white crully base with an indigo to violet shimmer and a mix of colorful matte glitters. I knew I was going to love this one out of the bottle, but I love it even more in the nail. The blue shimmer makes it quite unique. The crully formula is phenomenal, and the mix of glitters in here, it just makes me super happy. This is really, really pretty, super cute, and inspired by Tamagotchi, which I absolutely loved playing with Tamagotchi when I was a kid. It's just a really fun game, but it was so sad when the Tamagotchi would die. Anyway, this one is best built up in 3 coats. You're going to get the most opacity from the base, and you're also going to get even more glitters with each coat. I will note that the glitters come out really easily. I left the bottle upside down for a few minutes before I started painting, and it just helps everything circulate in the bottle so you're not fishing around for any glitters. Everything comes out very easily. Now, despite this being a crully, it actually has a quite smooth finish and not overly textured, so 1 layer of top coat should do the trick. This will be a little bit of a pain to remove, but if you use a peel-off base, that will definitely make it easier, or, just deal with the removal. It's totally worth it because this is such a pretty little crully. Next up we have Chamaeleon nails. This one is called Impala, and this is a thermal. The polish is inspired by the Hot Wheels first edition cars from 1997 and a specific Impala that Valerie had when she was a kid. The polish is described as a clear when warm to plum when cold, with lilac rose hues while transitioning, and it's filled with black and pink holographic glitters of various sizes. So my hands were super hot when I swatched this, which I guess is kind of good because you're going to see all of the various transitions of the polish, and I absolutely love this one. I'm a sucker for glitter. I'm a sucker for pinks in particular, and the pink glitter in here just really got me, and I particularly love the shade in its hot state. So if it could be hot forever, I would be the happiest girl in the world because I really, really, really love how it looks on my nail. The purple is beautiful too, but my preference is the hot state. My recommendation for this polish is 3 coats. It has a wonderful formula, really easy to apply, and despite it having glitter, it wasn't overly textured. So I will recommend 1 layer of top coat. I swatched this very early in the morning and I put on a matte top coat thinking it was glitter grabber. It wasn't, but it looks cool matte. And then I went in with a regular glossy top coat, as you can see here. This will be a little bit difficult to remove, but use a peel off base coat if you hate removing glitter, or just deal with it. It's not that difficult and totally worth it for this look. Again, here it is hot. I absolutely love how it looks. And now this is as it's transitioning. There's sort of a violety purple undertone coming through. And here you get that beautiful plum shade when your fingers are cold. And now you're going to see it in its various states with my full hand, so you can appreciate just how beautiful and sparkly this polish is. Now we have Garden Path Lacquers Truly Truly. This polish is inspired by Gem and the Holograms, and it's a tribute to Karen's dad. When Karen was 3 or 4, her dad was the only one who could figure out what she meant when she insisted that she needed a Truly Truly doll. And once he figured it out, he made darn sure that she had one, which is absolutely so sweet. This polish is a clear base filled with blue holographic micro glitter, pink to blue to gold shifting large particle aurora shimmer, and a mix of purple, pink, and blue matte circle glitters in various sizes, and small matte hot pink hex glitter. So this one is stunning. I'm completely obsessed with it. It has a fantastic formula in 2 coats. It is going to be very textured, so I will recommend 2 layers of top coat to get a smooth finish. And I can't wait for you to see the shifts in here, because beyond the glitter and everything fun happening, it's actually very shifty and beautiful. So super big fan of this polish. Next up we have Glisten and Glow Pretty Bit the Popple, and this one is a purple jelly loaded with blue to purple color shifting shimmer. It has color shifting iridescent flakes that shift pink, orange, and yellow, and black microflakes as well as hollow flakes. Jill says that she was a child of the 80s and loved Popples. Pretty Bit was her favorite, and this is a tribute to her favorite Popple. She loved all the colorful combos that Popples came in. They were cute and cuddly. This is a really fun polish, especially if you like purples. It's like a total explosion of different elements that come together beautifully. It has a wonderful formula, as you can see. And this one for some people might be sufficient in 2, but I will show it in 3. This one definitely sort of has a more of a blurple vibe to it, I think because of the shimmer. And it is going to dry down with a tiny bit of texture from the flakes. It won't be difficult to remove, and one layer of top coat will smooth everything out. Next up is Moonshine Manny Mall Madness. Now I'm very excited to be including Moonshine Manny in my video this month. This polish is a violet filled with turquoise metallic microflakies and glowing with 2 magnetic shimmers that shift lime to gold and fuchsia to rose to gold to green. This one is inspired by Phoebe's favorite board game from childhood, Mall Madness. This polish is an absolute delight. It's so pretty and unique. I don't see a lot of magnetic polishes with a sort of creamier, crelly base, and this one does a fantastic job of bringing the shimmer, bringing a really gorgeous magnetic effect, and in a fantastic formula. So I did apply very thin coats, and I'm going to show you 3. You might be able to get away with 2, but for some reason I just was painting very thin. But a beautiful formula, super easy to apply, and the magnetic effect is very strong, very easy to achieve. And I will also show momentarily with a velvet style magnet. And honestly, this looks beautiful whichever way you choose to magnetize it, and I will also show it on its own unmagnetized on my pinky in the full hand shot. I really do love the colors of this polish, and I don't know the Mall Madness game, but when I see this polish, it's giving like Taco Bell from the early 90s in the best possible way, and I absolutely love the colors in here. It's just got such a fun mix of everything, and it's super sparkly, as you can see. And here, as promised, I am going to show it with a velvet style magnetic effect using a little, I think it's a 3D printed horseshoe type magnet from Phoenix. I really like this one with the velvet style. It gives it a totally different vibe. It's very different, but super pretty and very, very shifty. Paint It Pretty polish is bringing us Jumping Biltbots, and this one is inspired by Grumpy Bear. I don't totally know the reference, but maybe someone can clue me in. This is described as a navy blue with a blue shimmer, black microflakes, and tiny white glitter. This one is super unique. Honestly, I really like it. I really like the base color, and the application is easy breezy. It's also packed with shimmer, which gives it almost a teal-like quality. This is really, really nice. So I was happy with this in 2 coats. You might need 3 depending on your nail length or painting style, but definitely use a good thick layer of top coat. The glitter has a bit of texture, but it won't be overly difficult to remove, and it wasn't overly top coat thirsty. Here we have Penelope Luz Lumina, and she was inspired by a doll that was very special to her and her daughter. This one is a beautiful blue magnetic with gold hollow glitter, and it has a magnetic effect with like this beautiful sort of silver shimmer. As you can see, it looks beautiful if you magnetize it with the cat eye, as I did on my index. And I will also show it with the velvet style on my middle finger. And when I do the full hand shot, you'll see it unmagnetized on my pinky. It honestly looks beautiful whatever way you decide to wear it. This polish does have great opacity, so I think it's going to be opaque for pretty much everyone in 2. And I really, really like this one. Both ways, I can't decide if I like velvet better or cat eye. I don't know. It's beautiful either way. And I absolutely love the hollow gold glitter in there. It just adds a beautiful twinkle. This is really pretty if you're a blue lover. Very ethereal, very magical. And as always, a fantastic formula from Penelope Luz. Here we have Phoenix and another polish inspired by Applejack. This one is called Applejack, and it has a yellow jelly base with purple to red aurora shimmer and black to red micro flakies. This is super unique, super interesting, and absolutely stunning. The formula on this is an absolute dream to work with. It builds up beautifully. I'm going to leave it in 2 coats. You might need 3, but I absolutely love all the things going on in here. The shimmer with that base color is like nothing I've ever seen before, and I absolutely love that the flakes are black to red shifting. It's one of my favorite color shifts, and yeah, I'm totally mesmerized by this polish. Super unique and just so interesting. And of course, fantastic formula. Kelly is phenomenal at her craft, and every Phoenix polish is totally beautiful. Here we have Polished for Days Fashion Poly. This one is inspired by Polly pockets that were not exactly pocket sized anymore. I absolutely had the exact same doll and set that Jenna used as her inspiration, and I can still remember playing with the squishy outfits that these Polly dolls had. This one is a mauve base with a strong pink to gold shifting iridescent shimmer, and the formula on this is stunning. As always, Polished for Days makes beautiful polish with beautiful formulas. This is a really unique color, very, very wearable, and I really don't have anything else like it in my collection. I will recommend it in 3 coats. I was using thinner coats, but I do think it builds up best in 3, and promise you're going to be totally blown away by the color shifts in here. Now this polish does dry down a little bit satiny, so definitely use a glossy top coat to enhance the shine. And I just can't wait for you to see this one shifting around. It is really pretty and special. And last but certainly not least, we have Sassy Sauce Slots of Fun. This one is inspired by an old slot car racetrack. This one is described as a vampy midnight thermal with golden to copper to red shimmer when cold, and it warms up to a violet shimmer surprise. This is also apparently a sister polish to Cock-a-Doodle-Doom. It's like the thermal version of that, and I know that was a super popular polish a couple years ago, so I can see why. This is so stunning. I absolutely love it. The formula is buttery smooth, great opacity in 2 coats. I didn't experience any issues with staining. And I will, of course, recommend top coat because thermals can dry a little bit on the matte side. So this is it cold. This is it warming up. We're getting hotter, we're getting hotter. And here is as hot as I could get it. It is so stunning in both states.
My top picks from what I swatched are the Sassy Sauce Thermal. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love the color shifts. I love the shimmer, and I love how vampy and juicy it is. Another favorite for me is Feed Me by Dany Vianna. I love Tamagotchi, and I loved when they kind of came back maybe like 10 years ago. I definitely hopped back on the bandwagon, but I love that polish. I love a good white crelly, and the colors in there are just adorable, and it's so pretty and wearable. And the other one that I super duper love is Polished for Days. It's a little bit of 2 things. I absolutely love the inspiration because I literally had the Polly Pocket set that Jenna was inspired by. And the polish is really, again, very wearable, very pretty, kind of neutral, but like obviously very shifty and shimmery.
I would be remiss to not mention the Garden Path lacquers. This one came in very late after I filmed my little intro outro, but I cannot recommend this one enough. I am completely in love with it.
So let me know in the comments what you're planning on grabbing this month from Polish Pickup. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Have a great day, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.